Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have this fantastic collection from our friends at Made to Surprise. This collection makes these wonderful pop-out cards. They're pop-up bouquet cards, just like this. They have lots of dimension. They're really fun to make. I can't wait to show you what my friend Debbie did with them, so come play with us. So we're going to start with the 6x6 pop-up bouquet. And this is a fantastic 6x6 gatefold card that my friend Debbie made. As you can see, it's got this wonderful little wrap closure. You open up the gatefold, and then it's got this fantastic drop-down 3D, oops, there's a flower stuck there, 3D bouquet of flowers. It's really a flower box. Beautiful. First of all, Debbie used the 12 by 12 Blue Persuasion paper pack for this, and also the Blue Persuasion cardstock. It's just gorgeous. She also used some silver linen paper, that's actually silver linen cardstock, to cut out her bow and things like that, and then she added some silver jewel border dazzles along the edges here. So let's get to this mechanism right here. The 6x6 mechanism actually looks like this when it's all assembled, and then this part is going to get glued into the back of the card, and then you're going to put the flowers on the stems and put them in here, and then when the card closes it goes like this, it collapses. All right, so let's take a look at this mechanism, and I've already die cut this piece right here. And then you're going to fold along all the score lines, and then these little things right here you're going to fold down, okay? So that it's going to look like this when it's glued against the card, right? Then you have this piece right here that is going to make all of these little dividers inside of the mechanism. So let's do that. You're going to need 3 of those. And then you can either glue these or you can use extra sticky tape for those. And I'm going to just glue them. I may regret this with the drying time, but we're going to go for it here. So you're just going to put a line of glue on each one of these little flaps. And then you've got a flap down here at the bottom and then a straight edge at the top, and you're going to glue this, whoops, and we're going to glue those right inside, like that, right along that flap line. And then we're going to take the next one, that, and then the third one right there. Okay, so they're all lined up. They're just going to give those a second to set, for the glue to set, right? And then I've got my 6x6 gatefold card here. Debbie actually cut hers from the Blue Persuasion paper, the navy blue paper, and this is a 12-inch long strip, and then she scored it 3 inches on each side to make her gatefold, okay, like that. And then what we're going to do is these little flaps, we're going to put some glue along this little bent edge right there, that little fold along each one. This part gets a little messy, and I like using the glue rather than the extra sticky tape, really, because the extra sticky tape, the glue is just a little more forgiving. When you're doing this and you're kind of like getting them set up like this, they kind of want to flop around a little bit. And then once you get them in place, you just do this, you just hold it. And the extra sticky tape, although a little less cumbersome, it's a little more difficult to readjust the tape than it is the glue. Okay, so you're going to continue to do this for each one of these little layers, like this, and then like this. So I've got one that's already glued and already dry, like this. And now we're going to take this part, these little flaps right here, and we're going to put a line of glue. This is the back of it. A line of glue here, here. And we're going to glue that just even with the bottom edge. Like that. Gotta reach in there kind of to connect that glue. See that? All right, so we're gonna let that glue for a moment, and then these dies right here are to make the little stems for your flowers. Okay, so you've got all these little flower stems right here. So let's take a look at those flowers. We've got our mechanism figured out. We're gonna wait for that to dry. All right, so now we've got this set of flowers here. This is a 6x6 floral set, and it comes with a die and a stamp, and they're just kind of bound together like that. So we've got this set right here, and then on the 5x7 set, we've got these. Now, you can use either set of these flowers and dies with either set of the little mechanisms. So we have a 5x7 set. Okay, it's got just a mix of all kinds of flowers in it. And then we've also got the 6x6 set right here. And to show you that you can use them, you don't have to use the set that goes with the mechanism that it's aligned with. Debbie used on the 6x6 card, she went ahead and used the 5x7 flowers. And it's even got this little poke thing in there. What do you call those? Little labels for your flowers, for your flower garden. And she went ahead and used these, and she stamped them on all the different colors of cardstock from that blue Persuasion, okay? And then she went ahead and she used, here you go, sterling silver embossing powder. So she stamped them with an clear embossing pad, which you can find all of these materials below our video at the Paper Wishes webisode page. Look below the video and you'll see all the products used. And she stamped some of these in black with black ink, but the majority of them she stamped with the clear embossing ink and then sprinkled on the silver, sterling silver, and heat embossed those. And you've got this beautiful sterling silver edge there along those flowers. So we just wanted to show you that you could use them in a lot of different ways. And then, of course, let's see if we've got our 5x7s here. She stamped a little verse here. This is the verses stamp set. She used this label right here, and she used one of the verses to stamp in there that says, "I thought of you today, so I'm sending a beautiful floral hug," which is so sweet. All right, so that is the 6x6 set. Okay, and as you can see, this is just going to get folded up right there. And then when you shut everything like this, you open it up, and then with a little help, that's going to drop down. So let's get on to the other set, other mechanism. Okay, so much to work with here. Oh, I did want to mention this part right here. This is the little basket that goes on the front. And that is from an extra set here. This is the basket 6x6 die set. Here is the set of dies, and there's a couple of variations here. Oops. So this die makes the basket. I've got that die cut out of white cardstock. You can see that basket impression there. And then here is the bow. It's a fantastic bow right there. And then this one, this little piece here, goes along the top of the basket, just to finish that edge right there. And then this piece right here is like a gift bag, okay? So you've got this piece right here. It's got some cool embossed things on there. And then this is the little circles that I cut those out of the the silver linen. And then with that, you could just put that right here, and then it would look like a little gift basket or a little gift bag, okay? And then there's this one right here. And then you could take an ink pad, just a little pink ink pad, and you could just put a little bit of ink on the surface of this just to really bring out that pattern. Oops, there we go. And Debbie did that with a silver ink pad on hers. Just get that really nice silver look. All right, so got those taken care of. So much stuff to show you guys today. My desk is just crazy with dies and stamps here. All right, let's move on to the next card. I think I've pretty much got these mixed up. Okay, we're just gonna do the best we can there. All right, so here's the card I showed you at the opening. It's gorgeous. It's got this really beautiful collection of yellow and red flowers and this cute little jar here. Let me show you the papers that Debbie used. She used the sunflower cardstock right here. Gorgeous. And she also just used a little bit of silver paper, metallic silver here at the top of her little jar lid. And the center of the flowers, she used our cute little copper jewel dazzle stickers right there. And at the center here, this has got an embossed love on one side. If you can see that comes with the jar. But she also wanted to use the chipboard that coordinates with the sunflower and put that right there. And of course has the cute little label, Hello Beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at this one. Here we've got our little jar container here. So this is the one that Debbie used to do her sweet little canning jar container. There's also this one, which is a fantastic basket. And this is this wonderful basket weave on it. So this will die cut your shape and then emboss this on it as well. And I can see this being a great addition for a lot of different card making. All right, and then she got for her stamp set, this is another sentiment stamp set. It's got all these fun little sayings on it. And then we've got the mechanism here. This is the 5x7 mechanism. So it comes with the mechanism, the little dividers, and then these are the little stems. So here we've got our mechanism. Here we've got from these two here, the basket. You can see the basket weave on this one, and also the embossing on the jar there. So for this one, I die cut right here, folded along all of those score lines, folded the flaps down here. And then we've got all the little dividers. Oops. So for these dividers, what you're going to do the same thing that we did before. You're going to put a line of glue right here. And then your dividers have a fold at the bottom. And we're going to glue this right here at the top. You just want to make sure that they're aligned with the edges of the mechanism here. And just pressing that glue down a little bit. That one. All right, and then those are going to get glued right down here to the bottom of the mechanism. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to put a line of glue on each one of these. And we're going to do the first one here. And it's kind of important to square up the bottom so that it's nice and squared up here. This is how it's going to look when it's glued in place. See how that's nice and straight there? That really helps. Oops. There we go, and I'm just touching those right there to make sure everything's aligned. All right, now that, you can either, at this point, take this and glue this into a card, and I've got a 5 by 6.5 inch card here. You could take this at this point and you could just glue that, oops, not like that, right like that, into this card so that when it folds down, okay? Or what Debbie did was she actually glued a back right here. I mean, we've got our back right here. She actually glued the jar front to this. So I'll show you. We're just turning this around. This is usually what's glued into the card back. Instead, we're going to make a freestanding jar. I'm going to glue that right like this. Move that over a little bit. There we go. All right, so now we've got our freestanding jar, and then I've die cut some cute little green stems. And at this point, you can just glue your green stems on. Of course, you might want to stamp and die cut your flowers, and then put those stems and glue them right into those little flaps. You want to glue your stem right against that flat edge. That's what those dividers are for, to kind of give those stems a nice backing. Okay, and so you guys, we've gone through all of this to show you the different mechanisms and show you how this works. There is a great money saver on this collection. If you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, then just look down the, look over to the right, and that's where you're gonna find the money saver. I think there's 2 money savers, one for each collection, and you just click on that. You can add it right to your cart. Also, for the different products used, if you're interested in the stamp set or just the die sets, look below the video for the products used, and you'll find those all listed. If you're watching us on YouTube, we haven't forgot about you. Look below the video in the description box, and you'll see a link that'll take you right over to the Paper Wishes webisode page, and you'll see everything I just mentioned. Hey, you guys, subscribe. We do 3 to 5 of these videos a week, and we don't want you to miss any of them. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.